Hi, this is Gary Kayye. We're here at ISE 2023, the morning of the second day of the show. I'm here with Donovan. We are flanked by two brand new products here. The 1 millimeter Microtiles and the a 0.75 millimeter Microtiles. First off, the Microtiles product is one of my favorite products that y'all ever had. Going all the way back to the old projector version of it. I love that now you have Microtiles LED. I mean, what are the application differences between when you had 1.2 versus 1 and 0.75?
Well, I think it's just obviously an evolution of Microtiles, the brand, as you said. Obviously, the finer the pixel pitch, the tighter you can get, the more resolution. And we've for example, our 1 millimeter is encapsulated, so we can put that now into kind of more high traffic areas too. So it's more ruggedized and robust. So yeah, an evolution. The Microtiles has definitely been going strong. The 0.75 is the first time we've shown it at ISE. It's super bright. We've got our neighbor detection, which is managing the colors and the uniformity. And yeah, it's getting a lot of attention.
Yeah, at 0.75, you're now at the perceived resolution of a direct view LCD. I mean, you're now replacing a LCD panel with something that's going to be a lot brighter and also last a lot longer. Obviously, this is a popular product at the show. Do you imagine people putting this in large formats as well, or do you see these more specialized sort of advertising and branding applications that Microtiles is in now?
All of the above, really. You know, we're seeing this go into corporate. We're seeing it go into a variety of fixed installations, digital signage, control room applications. We're even starting to see this kind of going into some home cinema applications as well with the color performance. And again, as you said, you know, as the pixel pitches get smaller and tighter, you can get much more resolution from a smaller display.
All right, I'll take one.
Sold.
All right. So one of the things that you introduced here at the show is a really small form factor, 22,000 ANSI lumens, and it's part of a new series of projectors that are native 4K one-chip DLP.
Yeah, so there's this is part of our HS series platform. This particular product here is brand new. It's our 4K 22. So one-chip DLP is a technology, 4K UHD resolution, and 22,000 lumens. So a really nice form factor. We're now able to get super high resolution from out of our HS family. So in essence, we can now take this to larger format applications with higher resolution.
And lenses-wise, does it use a new set of lenses, or does it use your existing lenses?
So it uses our legacy lenses with the entire HS family. So we're showing it here with our 0.38, so ultra short throw. But yeah, they're compatible right away across the range.
Very cool. Christie always does some kind of impressive, immersive display kind of thing in your booth. And I see that you have 4 projectors hanging up here, and you're doing some image mapping over here. Talk about what you're doing here in the booth.
Yeah, so on the truss, this is kind of our RGB truss, if you like. So we're showing our full range of RGB projectors. On the right-hand side here, which we've got mapping behind me, is our 4K 25. So everything as I say, on the truss is 3-chip DLP technology.
So that's mapping the signage, the Christie sign, and the content behind it.
Yeah, correct.
On that one projector.
That one projector, correct. Yeah.
That's really cool. That's a good. Shoot that again. I want to make sure everybody understands that one projector up here, right? That one projector there is shooting the content that includes the Christie logo and the visual content behind it on the wall behind it. So you're image mapping to 2 completely different depths and angles. That's pretty impressive from one projector.
Yeah, well, that's being managed by everything on the booth is being managed by our Pandora's box, so our media players. So that's kind of doing the warping and the blending, if you like. But yeah, I mean, what you're seeing from these projectors is super high color performance. The key takeaway is it's RGB illumination, so pure laser. So it's capable of achieving almost Rec 2020 color performance. So yeah, it's creating a real nice visual experience. People are kind of saying, wow.
Yeah, that is cool. So you have 2, what are those, Griffins?
They're the Griffins, yeah. They're our 4K 50s. So we've got one in portrait on the very end, and then we've just got one unit which is on this large screen to the left-hand side. So
it's showing the content over here on the screen here, and the 50 means 50,000?
50,000 lumens, again, RGB illumination. So the key thing is we're able to squeeze a lot of light and performance from a super small chassis. So it's an all-in-one design. RGB historically you had to have external racks with the lasers being fed into it. So very, very efficient, super bright. And yeah, we're putting these into all large format applications, rental staging, live events. Yeah.
Well, there's one thing I want to ask you about. Do you see the thing with the green LED around it right there? Is that you or is that somebody else? What is that?
So that product up there is our counteract. So we're probably standing in the safest place at the minute in the FIRA. So in essence, this is our UVC disinfectant device. The key takeaway is it's got a filter, Kayye 222, and it's emitting UV light, which is neutralizing pathogens and bacteria, etc. But it's not causing us any harm. So the filter is basically enabling the UV to come out and do its job, but actually not harm us. So
how often do you have to change the filter?
Good question.
Because I mean, it's way up there. I mean, that's why I'm curious about it.
I mean, there is a timeline on it. So, but it's extreme.
What's it called again?
Counteract.
Counteract. It's on the Christie website at christiedigital.com.
Correct. Yeah.
All right. So then over here, you're showing some using the Christie Mystique software. Yeah, blending.
Yeah, this is really cool. So we've got again, Christie's expanded our one chip range tremendously over the past 12 months. So what we're showcasing here is we are managing the warp and the blend with our Mystique software, which is a camera-based auto alignment software. So the camera is mapping the wall, and then it's managing the blend between the two projectors. We're also showcasing for the first time the Christie Intelligent Camera, CIC, and that is also managing the color and focus automatically. So
does it account for the ambient light conditions as well, or how does that work?
Yeah, so it's basically looking at the image and it's constantly mapping that screen and understanding what the projector's doing. So it's then going to talk back to the projectors, and it's going to manage and make sure that image stays consistent over time.
Does this give you the capability of projecting on walls that are not white, and it does the color correction for you inside the projector?
So with Mystique, yeah, there's different licenses and upgrades that you can get. So depending on the nature of the application, yeah, Mystique's able to do all that automatic manipulation.
All right, and let's. I want to close with your AV over IP, because I believe the whole booth is basically being run AV over IP, right?
Yeah, it is. So we've got a rack over here, which is our Terra. As I said, the Pandora's box is a media server, which is driving all the content. And then in terms of getting that content to the displays, it's all over Terra, our
which is your 10 gig SDVoE based AV over IP system.
Yeah.
Let's finish it with that rack so people can see that rack.
Okay.
You're actually using the equipment that you make, which is kind of creative. A lot of companies don't do that.
That's the unique thing about Christie, right? So we're more than the display, with a whole content managing piece with that as well. So in terms of getting that source to your display, that's what we've got here.
These cables are actually going to the
Yeah, they're going to the display. So various projectors around the booth. Yeah.
Very cool. All right, Miles, thank you very much for doing this tour. Of course, if you want to see all these, go to christiedigital.com. But we're also going to go around and shoot individual product videos. So all you have to do is go to the video search window on our website and type in Christie, CHRISTIE, to see any of those videos. And of course, all of our coverage for ISE is at raypubs.com/ISE.